an infectious disease specialist at the Korle-Bu Fevers Unit and UGMC. You know, basically, we have our lives. If your life means something everything to you, it should mean everything to you. And if it does, you follow those tips that she's given on the dehydration, particularly eat a lot of fruits and make sure that your system is strong enough to fight any diseases. We've been talking about, we'll give you the opportunity to call us, but let's go to Maxwell Agbagba, who is roving for us this morning. He is at Legon, in one of those centers where the registration is ongoing. He's reporting of long queues. We'll come back so you can join us. But Maxwell, where exactly are you? And help us understand that situation.
Well, Mamavi, I'm here at the Mensa Saba Hall, as you rightly mentioned, here on the University of Ghana campus. Scores of people have gathered here, all waiting to go and register. What is happening is that it's happening in the hall itself. So you'd have to go through the gates and then go and register. And those barricades there, we have 2 security men stationed there. They'll make sure you wash your hands with liquid soap, clean it. Your temperature is checked before you get access to the registration center itself. Mamavi, here at the University of Ghana, from all around since Monday, I think this is the only place where we've seen some semblance of social distancing. Although, I mean, people are sitting close, it's better than what we've seen in many parts of Accra since Monday. A lot of the people I've seen here are also wearing masks. That's quite, expected, because the University of Ghana is an institution of higher, learning. I have one gentleman here. Let me speak to him. Sir, what's your name?
I'm Hans. Hans.
Hans?
Yes, please.
Okay, Hans, tell me, how long have you been here?
Let's say we've been here since 6:45.
6:45. Okay, you're waiting to go inside?
Yes, please.
Okay. So you're student here at the University of Ghana?
Yeah, I'm a level 200 student here.
Okay. Okay. So what's the motivation to get the ID card? Do you just want it for to access some services, or you really want to exercise your civic duty in December?
So let's say I want to exercise my civic duty in December, and also it's the right of every Ghanaian to have the ID, just to identify you that you're also part of, how should I say, Ghana.
Okay. So what time are you hoping to get in there?
Approximately maybe 10 o'clock, or considering the line, approximately 10 at least. Okay. If the machine works very efficient and fast, approximately 10.
Okay. You think it's worth the wait?
Well, yes, it's worth the wait, because having an ID, maybe going for opportunities, they may ask, maybe creating bank accounts and stuff, they may ask for IDs and stuff, so it will be worth the wait.
Okay. Okay, sure. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, sir.
Okay, so you just heard from Hans. Hans is a student here at the University of Ghana, but you can see all these people seated here. They're all waiting to get to the registration center itself when the tests they attend. But I want to take you in there just so you have a feel of what is happening and how the registration is going here. Security is really tight here. We have political party representatives also seated there, making sure that the right people come and do take part in the registration exercise. In fact, yesterday we heard allegations of one political party busing people here to come and register. Let's get in there and speak to the people who are waiting to take part in this exercise. Hello, good morning. Yeah. Okay, my temperature has been checked already, so I can enter. Thank you very much. Okay. So let's go inside and then. So this is it. The registration center here at the University of Ghana here. We have some political party reps here. Okay. Hi.
Hi.
What's your name?
My name is Walker Obindako.
Paul
Walker Obindako.
Walker Obindako. Okay, you are?
I'm the deputy organizer for Ayawaso West NDC.
Oh, deputy youth organizer for the NDC.
Deputy organizer.
Organizer for the NDC.
Yes, please.
Okay, tell me, how's the exercise going here for you so far?
Oh, so far today has been very peaceful, but yesterday we had a whole lot of issues, scaffolds and all of that confusions when we were getting to the tail end of the registration. And that what really happened here was that the EC officers have a very great concern that they've been telling us that they don't want anything to actually happen after they are done with the registration, in case they will have a backlog of forms that they filled already. Okay. So when we got to around 4 p.m., they told us that they are not going to fill the forms again and that the process should continue from where they are actually doing the ID card. So that's what brought a little bit of confusion, and that we got to that point and we resolved it. It was at that point where some issues came up. But what I've observed here is that it looks as if the parliamentary candidate of the parliamentary candidate of the MPP, who is the MP here, is actually bent on using intimidation once again to win. We observed this thing in the by-elections. Ayawaso West, we know.
If you talk about intimidation, what exactly do you mean? Because it's only the NDC that is raising, these concerns. Yesterday, your constituency chairman made an allegation that the incumbent MP is busing people to this constituency to register. But how can we say this without the evidence? What's the evidence?
You see, Max, what I would say is this. We have people on the ground that are monitoring things. The grounds is actually charged for change in Ayawaso West Wuogon. So any slightest move that the MP makes, people call in to inform. And they don't just call to inform. They send picture evidence, they send video evidence. And I believe that if the NDC did not have any cause to complain, we are never going to call anything of this sort on the MP. Here in this particular polling station, yesterday we have people who are masked, claiming to be national security, claiming to be BNI officers.
People who are what?
They were marked actually. Ayawaso West.
Are you talking about the COVID-19 face mask?
No, with the marks like this, covering like your face with a cap. How can you even see the person's face?
Claiming from where?
Claiming that they are BNI officers, national security here, intimidating people. But what we can say is that,
with the benefit of hindsight, with what we know from the Ayawaso West Wuogon by-election, this is a serious allegation you're making now.
Yes, and they were here, right here in this hall.
What were they doing here?
They came here because there were some disagreements. Their people called them, and they came here to stand here, intimidating people. They even threw a man's cap away, one of our lecturers. They took the cap off and they threw it away, trying to cause him to get angry, and they actually beat him up. You see, what we are saying is simple. When the people are ready to change you, no matter the intimidation, you intimidate them. It won't work. And you see, Ayawaso West Wuogon has been one of the peaceful constituencies ever. Ever since this member of parliament came, that's when we started experiencing some of these things. Because here on campus, I've been here for about 6 years, and I've never seen any registration or any that had resulted in fights and all of that. So the problem is the person who came in that have caused things to change. It's not the NDC.
And you think your candidate is formidable enough to win?
Max, what I'm saying is that
parliamentary candidate I'm talking about, John Dumelo.
What I'm saying is that the grounds is charged for change. And no matter what they do, that's why everything that they seem to be doing, people just call us. We don't even go to actually look for the information. People just keep calling us, giving us the information so that we can actually act on it.
We know because of the COVID-19 pandemic, a lot of the students, continuing students, level 100 to level 300, they are at home currently. If the MP facilitates, gets a bus to bring some of the students onto campus to come and register, would you call that busing of people who are not qualified to come and register?
It's actually illegal because, you see, the government gave a directive that we all must follow, that it is only the level 400s who are supposed to be here. So as an MP, if you endanger the lives of these young people and bus them here in a very compact manner to actually cause them to even contract this disease, what would you achieve? Why do we seek power in this way?
Okay, let me talk to you. You can stand here for me. So what's your name?
Please, my name is Pius Theophilus Beidu.
Okay, you are?
I'm the former JCR president of the hall, former hall president.
Okay, former hall president. What have you observed? I can call you an independent observer. What have you observed so far? What has the process been like here?
Yeah, I think generally the process has been very free and fair. Everything, generally there's calmness and everything. But it was just yesterday that we have a little bit of issues with the EC particularly with the EC from on the second polling station, trying to, disenfranchise people strategically, I should say, because at a point she said she will put a quota on the registration. She register only 150 people. We spoke to her, and then because the module is that she's supposed to register till it's 6 p.m. then she stops. So we spoke to her. Her boss came around, and the registration was moving smoothly. And then at 4, they decided that they won't register again because they are going to attend to other matters. So that brought a little bit of scuffle. But this morning, I think the police have been deployed. There's calm, social distancing is being observed. I think a lot of people are not in the hall. People have joined the queue, the outside, and everything is moving smoothly.
So per your assessment on a scale of 0 to 10, independent assessment, of course, 0 to 10, what would you rate this?
Oh, I will rate this exercise 7 over 10.
7 over 10?
7 over 10.
Okay.
But we are not done yet. They'll be here till Sunday. Okay. And this is the 3rd day here. I think so far everything is fine. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Okay, so this is what is going on here at the Mensa Saba Hall. This is one of the registration centers. One of them, there's another one just some distance away from this place. And you heard me speak to the youth organizer, the organizer actually, the NDC organizer for the Ayaso West Wuogon constituency. He was making some allegations. Let me state that we cannot independently verify these claims from him. We actually tried as much as possible to get the NPP rep who is here, but we've not found any NPP rep here who can actually respond to the allegations from the NDC youth organizer. So yeah, you can see the seats here. When you walk in and get access to this registration center, you sit here, and before you go up there and then register. Like I mentioned earlier, for all the places that we've been, this is where we're seeing some kind of social distancing. Some, very not that as we would expect, but some bit of it. For the wearing of the mask, all the people I've met here, many of them, I can say 90% of them are wearing masks. That is expected. This is the University of Ghana, an institution of higher learning. We expect better, from them. So that is what is happening here.
Yeah, Maxwell couldn't help it but go back to his old school. Higher learning indeed. Maxwell Agagwa roving for us this morning, reporting on the ongoing registration exercise from the University of Ghana, Legon.